when you are live. No, you're all right. You can just go whenever you like. Just go whenever you like. Okay, that's fine. Just gotta make sure that I've got this under. Nothing like a good old Sainsbury's bag, is there? Okay, stand by. Just keep your eye on that. There she is. Are we live? Just got it. All the way from Frankfurt. Okay, there we go. Wow. Talk about lastminute.com. Okay, we good? Wow, a little bit of a lastminute.com, a lot of rushing going on here, couple of little hold-ups, just let me grab that. So welcome to Big Jet TV midweek show, something special for all of you guys. We're live once again at Stansted, and big thanks to, of course, let me just adjust that leg a little bit. I've got a little bit of a level issue there. Okay, so we are just waiting, as you've just seen. This is Golf Charlie Lima Alpha Alpha 747-400 freighter, one of 4 747s in the CargoLogic fleet. Of course, they do have a Dash 8 variant as well. This particular aircraft is ex-Japan Airlines, I believe, and also ABC, as it was before it was handed over to CargoLogic Air. So she's, like I say, a 747-400. Today we are going to be live with Dom Akers and Trevor Sweeting, who are going to be your load masters for the day. We've got some, believe it or not, this is quite an interesting thing, folks. We've got a nose loading operation going on today, and we have some nacelles for some Q8s, some of the Dash 8s, you know, that you see with Flybe. They're going out to Atlanta, where their eventual destination is. Ow. Not 100% sure on their final destination just yet, in terms of, but they're going out to Atlanta. Now, this aircraft is very, very full indeed. I believe that they're putting around about 109 extra tons of fuel on the aircraft to get her out to Atlanta. She is full of freight. We've got a nose load. Those nacelles are going into the front, into the nose, like I said. So we will be using 2 cameras here to get the scissor jack action, the nose load action, as well as obviously some other freight that's coming off, and then some other freight that's going on as well. So there is some freight destined for Stansted. It's going to stay here, and then they've got some other loads that they're going to be putting on as well. We're going to be documenting this whole operation right the way through to departure. It will be dark by the time they go out, unfortunately. So, but we will. It's under lights, so it's very well lit here at Stansted, and of course, we will get the entire load operation. So get your tea on the go, and make sure you've got a tray so you can put it on your lap and watch the TV. Plug it into your TV and enjoy the next at least. Well, I would have said, what's the time now, Jilly? It's 7:16. At least another 3 hours, folks, of the operations of a 747-400 being loaded by Britain's biggest cargo freighter airline, and that is CargoLogic Air. Check them out at CargoLogic Air. Just hit that into your browser. Just a little pointer as to what we're going to be doing quickly, just to let you guys know. This Saturday, we're going to be at Dusseldorf exclusively for our elite members. So you might want to put that one in your diary. If you're not an elite member yet, then check out the bottom left-hand side of your screen there. That's where you need to go. www.bigjet.tv. You can also see CargoLogic Air's logo there on the right-hand side. She's taxiing down to runway right now, and if there's anybody watching from CargoLogic Air, which I believe there is, hello to all of you guys, and we're hoping to do a lot more stuff with the guys from ABC Cargo, as well as the guys at Volga Dnieper as well, who operate the IL-76 AN-124 as well. So any moment now, she's going to be appearing. Like I say, we do have a secondary camera that's set up that we're going to flick between. So we're going on board the aircraft, and we're going to show you the entire operation as it happens. So without further ado, I'm going to flick to the other camera. As soon as it comes around the corner, I'm going to jump on that camera. The lights are on here at Stansted. It's currently 19:17, and it's just starting to fall dark now. So you're going to see the majority of the operations in the dark. So these particular nacelles, one of the boxes is approximately 30 feet long. Nothing too difficult in terms of the load itself, in terms of its dimensions. That's all been calculated, and the guys have done a great job doing that. Of course, it's around about 5 tons, the actual load itself. A lot of that is made up of the actual crate itself, because that's an alloy crate assembly. The nacelles themselves, I would imagine, are made up of composite material and alloys and so on and so forth, which will be a relatively lightweight piece of equipment. So that's going to be an interesting thing to observe anyway. I will be jumping mobile. We'll be going mobile. I'll be coming off the sticks as soon as the aircraft arrives, and we will quickly be loading up the other camera so that we can switch between that and the and this camera that you're looking at now. So unfortunately, I can't jump on your comments today, folks. As you know, if you're a regular to Big Jet TV, you know I will always read out comments, as many as I can. So talk amongst yourselves. I know there's a lot of educated aviationists out there who know what they're talking about, and of course, just talk amongst yourselves. We've got a great aviation community, and thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. So luckily, fortunately, at the moment here we go. Here she comes now. Okay, stand by, GP. You got me? Okay, Mike, Oh, really? Okay. Okay, Lala.
I mean, it's going to be like 30-second video,
So that's... Okay, Mike will be back on any second now, Jilly. Just confirm you got audio. Audio back on? chocks going on. Ground power unit just about to be... Now these guys will set to work pretty quickly. There's our two loadmasters there. Dom on the left, Trevor on the right. Shut down our number 3 prior to... So what Dom is doing there is just checking the hatches and making sure that everything is in order before he actually opens up the doors, just for reasons of making sure that just doing a visual inspection of the aircraft and the hatches and making sure that from whence it came, Frankfurt, that they did all of their jobs correctly. Standard procedure. Oh, is it? Oh, wow. Okay, that's not good. So what we're going to do... So what we're going to wait for, folks, is before I go mobile, see Dom and Trevor doing a visual inspection. Now, a lot of you guys might have seen or may not have seen the previous shows that we've done with the guys at CargoLogic, but it's not often that we get, there's a visual inspection going on right there, just checking over. Now he's checking the inside of the nacelles there. You can see the front portion of the engine is the nacelle. That's what is going on, not this particular type of nacelle. So visual inspections once again, multiple inspections going on. Fuel truck coming in, around about 109 tonnes. He'll be done long before the aircraft's ready to go out. Now one of the loadmasters will go on board the aircraft and then open up the nose. So we're going to stand by until that particular operation has been completed, and then we will make our way on board the aircraft. Hello to all our regulars, all our fantastic elite members who are watching right now, both in the UK and overseas, of course. Hope you guys all have a fabulous day or a fabulous evening. Good time for the UK members, of course. Now this guy here is that's the access steps for the front belly freight door. That will now be open. Got a couple of pieces to come off of there. Jilly, are you all right with audio? You can hear me because I've just got the... You all right with that? Yeah. Crew bus has arrived. So obviously the engine nacelles on the Okay, your ice pack's just going off there, the aircon shut down. All running the APU, I believe. There's one of the freight trucks coming in to unload the back of the aircraft. Like a regimental operation, this, of course. Just still waiting for the nose to open up. Once she's opened up, we will obviously get ourselves on board. We'll obviously be very aware that these guys run a very strict operation, so we're going to be literally flies on the wall. All you guys with us tonight, flies on the wall. So the nacelles, these are on a Dash 8 aircraft, same aircraft that you'll see with Flybe, the purple aircraft, going out eventually to Canada, I believe. Now, whether that's for new aircraft or whether there's an assembly plant out there, but I'd imagine that it's more than likely for current operational aircraft. You're wondering, if you're wondering where the fuel is actually coming from, it's coming from underground. They've got underground tanks here at Stansted. Not every airport in the world has that facility, but Stansted does. So that fuel will be pumped up through the ground. Otherwise, you'd need a pretty damn big fuel tanker to get 109 tons out of it. Just waiting for the nose to open up. I believe she was manufactured in 2004, around about 1,800 in the production line of 747s, I believe. And you guys may know a little bit more information than me because you're sitting next to your computers and able to check that out. Crew's still on board. Now it's helpful if they were to put the lights on, but as the camera team standing out, okay, good. A little to the left, as if that way. Like that. Yeah. Okay, folks, we're just going to show you quickly the camera 2 position that we've got set up for you. So this camera position that you're looking at any moment now is the is so that we can show you this flick from one camera to the other. Well, it is mic'd up. It is mic'd up. It is mic'd up, and I can see that the mic is moving. Good? Are you happy with the transition? Of course, this one powered by the CF6 power plant. Probably the most popular power plant for the 747 400 variant. British Airways, of course, powered by the RB211 turbofan, but these ones are the GE power plants. Still sounding mighty fine. But what is interesting, just while we're waiting for that nose to open up, you'll see what I'm talking about when you look at the cluster, I call it, of fan blades inside the older variant of engines. Even though it's obviously an efficient engine, but when you look at the number of fan blades that are in or on these older engines, and then you look at, for instance, the Gen X variant that's on the Dreamliner, and of course on the 747-8, exclusively on the Dash 8. These new engines with the lightweight carbon composite fan blades. These will be titanium fan blades on these CF6s, obviously to keep the weight down. But you can just see the number of fan blades that are in there. There are around about 18 to 20 fan blades on the newer variants of engines. So you can see literally a third of the number of fan blades that are on these CF6s. His dad Nige is the refueler. Are you serious? Okay, should I wander over and get Nige to give us a wave? There's the crew. There's the crew going out. Another leg done for those boys and girls. Boys, sorry. Now, I just need to make sure that I've got that linked up to that, so that I don't... Right, okay. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to go and check, I think, GP, just stand by. I'm still on comms with you. What I am going to try and do, however, is I'm going to try to set up. I'm just going to come off of the phone, and I'm going to try and hook you up to the comms phone, okay? Just so that, yeah, okay. And you'll hear me. I'll tell you to call me back on the mic, yeah? Okay. Should hit the pins. Okay, hello? Yeah. Hold on a minute. Okay, I think we're going to see the nose open up in a moment. Hello? Yeah, that's better. That's better. There we go. Talk, talk. Okay, that's good. Right, I've got you. Oh my goodness me. Okay, how are we doing? Everybody happy? Here we go. Nose is opening. Nose. Big smile. Nice big smile. Master Trevor operating the nose opening. So as you can see, folks, she is loaded right up to the gully. That's the right terminology, but she is loaded to the nines. Right, okay, so now what we do is we get ourselves set and ready to go mobile. Right, everything good, fan is running. Literally, as I talk, did I just get a few spots of light? Folks, stand by. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. We've got a little rain cover for the iPad. Now we're going to go mobile. Just give me a. Okay, GP, are you happy? I'm going to unlock. I'm going to unlock, and I'm going to go to walk. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going mobile. Hold on. Yeah, here comes the rain. That's hilarious, that is. That is brilliant. That is fantastic. We've never had that before, but there we go. It's the first time for everything, isn't it? Sling that down there. Hold on a minute, let me just clear that little piece of fog that I've got there. Right. Okay, coming off. To me. To me. Why we call it a scissor jack, folks. A quick look at the refueler, see if he's apparently is it his son watching, Jilly, or a little bit of a discussion going on there with Trev. And so initially lining it up, getting it 100%. Of course, this aircraft built specifically for freight. What's up? What's up? What's happened? Oh. Blimey, where are they? Okay. So they will. You will now see how effective the systems that they use here on these freighters. You can see the rollers, and this will. They will now use actually, as opposed to manual, manual labour. Nothing like it. See how easy it gets going. That's now being operated. To main. Yeah. So I think Trev's just checking the list to identify and locate the next pallet that's going to be shifted to the left and then slid out, I believe, out through the nose. What you got? Oh, okay, let me go and check that. Okay. That will probably move, I'd imagine. Okay, well, don't worry about it then. Then leave it as it is. Yeah, we won't switch to camera 2 then. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I can see. Yeah. Hopefully that'll move. So these are, I believe these guys here are ramp agents, commonly known as ramp agents here. working for Swissport, who will help the guys out at CargoLogic with the moving of the pallets around the airfield once they have been assigned their locations. Oh really? I can, if you want, I can go and oh no, it's gone now. There you go, there you go. Camera 2 position. Yeah, yeah, there we go. Okay, now any opportunity we're going to get. Strict procedures here, of course, folks, because we're dealing with a lot of details with weight and distribution. Weight distribution is obviously the most important thing here. Centre of gravity is one thing that they literally start with. You have to take into consideration both fuel and freight when it comes to a freighter like this.
Can I go down to the front now? Because I think it's like the doors I can go down there.
So Trevor's just, I don't know what's occurring, but we'll just follow what he's doing. Know that there's some freight coming out of the belly. Just make sure we've still got a good feed, GP, in terms of the So let's just go and have a little look and see what's coming out of the belly. Quick. That's good. That's good feedback. There he is. What's his name? Are you Nigel? Yeah. Hello, mate. Your son's watching. Say hello to your son.
Oh, I'm a bit. What's he doing?
What you got going on there, mate? 190 tonnes, 109 tonnes, isn't it?
109 tonnes, yeah.
109 tonnes, wow, it's fair old weight. She's heavy, man, she's heavy. Bit like my wife. No, I'm only joking, I haven't got a wife. But there we go. So, so here we are in the back now. Okay, so this is your belly freight that's, see there, Trevor's just making sure that everything that was strapped down in Frankfurt basically tallies with what they've said, to make sure that everybody's saying what they have done is right. Now look at that beautiful tail. When we get the opportunity to look at a big jet, folks, we'll always take that opportunity. Okay, looks like both load masters are everything all right there?
Yeah. It's everything's offloaded now, basically, that we need. So we've got the transit freight to go back on, and the freight that we've got. I've had to remove some of the no freight so we can get our pieces on, and the 20-foot with the overhang, which is the piece going up now, has got the cutout for it. I mean, these holes here, we're not doing anything with them, but I always have to double check, make sure what's in there is in there on the load plan, so everything's all good. And now basically I'm just going to go over there and help with the unload of the 20-footer.
Fantastic, thanks mate. Okay, there we go folks. That's our man, Don. No, it's fine mate, it's fine. We can, yeah. A little bit caught out there. I didn't realise that he was going to talk, which is good. Okay, go to flick to camera one. Camera one. Tell me when. So folks, here are the is part of the freight going on. Dom just explaining that he had a piece to come off in order that he could make room for these this particular segments of freight that are now going to be loaded. As you can see, it's a very simple procedure in terms of the movements, because everything has rollers. You can see these locks here at the side there. They're to stop the freight from moving around, but you can see it's a 360-degree roller that's underneath that. So literally, by hand, you can push these freight crates or pallets, as they're commonly known, easily by hand, as you saw Dom doing earlier on. Now, this is one of the nacelles that's coming up for load. You see there's around about 30 feet long, this piece, and there's the overhang that we've talked about before, folks. When we talk about the overhang, that's the freight, that's where they need to allow for the next segment, is the overhang. So we can just about see the overhang there, and they of course have to allow for that. So whilst we await picture good quality video, everything GP, so now we're going to see so this is proper airport operations. Okay, so the guy's going around to do another circuit just to make sure that he's going to line up. It's a little bit complicated just purely because of the length of the load. So he needs to line everything up. You what? Oh, sorry. Okay. So here he comes again, doing for another run, doing the lineup. So he's going to go straight at it and then back into it, I believe. Now you'll see what will happen here is that the deck of the transport, the trailer itself, will have or should have, I'd imagine, some kind of an electrical feeder which will feed it from that deck onto the scissor jack. Skill bit of driving, obviously. I was never one for a trailer. Pulling it, fair enough. Pushing it backwards or backing up, never a forte with me. Somebody like Trevor Welch would know exactly what he's doing in this position. So the loaders, load masters, highly skilled individuals, of course. You need to be. Lots of calculations going on with weight distribution. Both for the so you can see do have full lit area here. On with that. Whilst I'll just have a little walk around. Stay within the limits, of course. Have a little look at this CF6 up close and personal, folks. So this we're looking at here. This is the nacelle. This particular segment of the aircraft, of the engine, sorry, up to this line here. Up to this line here. That part forward is the nacelle of the engine. The segment behind it is the piece that you see sliding back on reverser. Actually, no, it's the piece behind that, I believe. Yeah, that's the sliding reverser. Yeah, that third segment will be the piece that will slide back. That's the static piece, and this is the engine nacelle. This is what we're loading onto the aircraft now, but obviously nothing as significant as this. More sort of like an oblong shape for the turboprop engines that are on the Dash 8. But just to give you an example, an idea, sometimes you see the polished leading edge of the cowl of the nacelle, and of course there we have the beautiful titanium blades of the CF6. Everything's large scale when you get up this close to a Boeing 747, folks. Everything's big. Big undercarriage. 200 PSI in each of those tyres, guys. Wheeler. Okay, looks like we are lined up now, and we should be seeing the guys move that piece of freight. Just hooking it up. Obviously, as with anything mechanical, generally there's always here we go. See how easy that is. Once you get literally forward motion, once you get it going, once you get it moving, it's very, very easy to slide with all those multiple rollers that you can see. Now she'll be pulling it on now, just pulling it up. There we go. She's on. See, that's the great thing with these rollers, you can shift it left and right. Micro adjustments, just so they can line it up. Okay. Oh, really? Go back to camera one. So now, folks, you would have seen she's coming in at an angle. We've seen that before. Now they will shift her. They will literally shift her. So as you can see, they're running that in at an angle just to get that so that they can lock it down. How clever that is, running it along the rails there. Now the girl is just operating, I think, just down the side there. She was operating the actual, just checking that everything's lined up and all the locks are in place. You see, just making slight movements. A lot. Yeah. Just on this one for now. Now you see what he's doing here? It's the operational. There's a number of these different stations where they can operate the rollers. You see all a number of different guides and rollers and locks and everything that they operate on these. These are the main wheels that will get everything moving. You can see a green light operational there. Oh, really? So Laura's mum is watching. That's brilliant. Okay, so now we're going back again. So they're just getting that back in position. So now we're, I think, shifting this one a little bit further.
Spin it all time.
Micro adjustments. You can see the track. Make sure that there's no overhang on the side of the pallet. Otherwise, that's just going to hit the skin of the aircraft, obviously. So even the packing of the aircraft is pre. Go camera two. Is it? Okay, so leave it as it is, leave it as it is. Oh, sorry about that. Mum's watching. Please. On that. Why is it doing what? Might be yeah, well, Formula One glitches, isn't it? All aboard! So this is you still got you're still obscured on the camera too, yeah? Okay, they'll be moving soon. Sorry, mate.
Thanks.
All locked.
One are coming long way, then they turn it. Long way. Coming the long way. Oh, all right. And then it's not really working at the moment. It's not. You couldn't get it to work last time.
Who's that? Which one? You're joking. Hello. What happened there? That was a little bit peculiar. Okay, you should have. Oh, you're going to have more freight in front of you in a second. Oh no, I don't know. Looks like we've got. No. You're good. Just making sure that okay, next load coming up.
So far so good, yeah, just got to finish off the front loading. Got a couple of units to put in here, and then we've got the side cargo door to open that back up and put a couple of units back in there, and then we're done. So yeah, all good.
Keep it down.
So it's a really important thing for you to check, make sure that all the anchors are in place, all the clamps are clipped. So that's why they are coloured the way they are, for colour coding. Alright, so that's part of the ramp. This is quite a wide load coming in now, so obviously they've had to raise up those side rails.
It could be, yeah. Try it. Oh, it's working. That rail needs to be up. Oh, of course, yeah. Right. Yeah, you're good, mate. Might need a little nudge on the back. That's it.
G'day, is that Ronald? Yeah, hey buddy, you're alright, is everything okay? Okay. Yeah, I'll have to come back and redo the load sheet, but no problem. How much do you need? Yeah, alright, okay, so you want 110 tonnes, yes? Okay, cool, I'll let the fueler know. Do you need a transport now, or how long do you need transport? Okay, I'll just call transport now and get them to pick you up from the back of Enterprise, and I'll tell the fueler you need 110. Alright? No, I need to come back. It's a pain in the backside. I'm better off doing another load sheet, mate. What is that? Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Okay, so I think they're he's just having a word with the flight crew there in terms of the requested fuel tonnage. Just confirming 110 tons of fuel. It's quite a lot. Confirmed with the fueler, just to make sure that he's got the right tonnage on board. And this is what we talk about, the underfloor, the underground fueling systems. So looks like the scissor jack is complete.
Now we're going to go for nose close. I believe any moment now you should see the nose closing up on her. As you can see right up there, the floor of the flight deck right there. So literally packing everything in they can to this 747 freighter. Here we go, nose is now closing. Okay, go camera one. Yeah, go. Hold on a minute, stand by, stand by. Just want to see the lights go green. Okay, that's fine. There's all your pins. And the door is locked. So your nose is done. Okay, so she's all closed and good. Right. So we are now fully loaded. Be honest with you, that went a lot quicker than what I thought it was. Those two pallets there, I thought they were coming with us, but obviously they're meant for another aircraft. Very busy little freight hub here at Stansted. This one came in from Frankfurt, folks. CargoLogic, along with ABC, do a tremendous amount of freight work out in Frankfurt, and we've been very fortunate to be invited by the guys at Frankfurt to go and do a piece with them and their freight operations out in Frankfurt, which basically covers every conceivable airline you can think of. So the rear cargo door, the main deck cargo door at the back, still open. Going to be closing that soon. Fueling rig is nearly done. I understand there's some very proud parents watching Big Jet TV right now. Mums and dads and sons, brothers and sisters. Loadmaster is indeed. Yeah, no, I think he's Aussie. I think he's an Oz. I think he's from Australia. Oh, is he New Zealand? Is he? Oh, well, my apologies. Oh, yeah, okay, my apologies. Oh, David, and I just cannot pronounce his surname. It's Jymon Prez. Yes, there we are. Hello, David. Sorry you couldn't be here tonight, but thanks for putting this all on. Really appreciate it. All the guys at CargoLogic doing a fantastic job. Britain's biggest cargo airline. And of course we'll be doing a lot more with CargoLogic, as well as their partners, Volga Dnepa, ABC, and the group, basically. Great bunch of people. And David, I've made sure that they have at least 2 donuts left over for you in the office before... I think there's one that looks like it's got a bit of nail varnish on it. I don't know what's going on there, but there you go. Jymon Press, there we go. Yeah. So still waiting for this GECF6. Get some nice shots across the bow there. And don't forget, of course, folks, we have done previous shows with CargoLogic. Dave actually appearing on the nose operation of their 800 variant. They got a single 800 variant along with 3 other 747-400 variants with CargoLogic, and doing a lot of big stuff out of Frankfurt. Of course, as I've mentioned on the promo, pharmaceutical, very big in the pharmaceutical arena. Of course, a lot of work and calculations going on with freighter movements. Of course, like I said earlier, it's all about centre of gravity on these aircraft when they're calculating the freight, the weight of the freight. They obviously need to take all the different weight variants into consideration, including, most importantly, the fuel. So, let's just have a walk underneath a 747, shall we, folks? Seeing as we've got the opportunity. So now I believe these guys, maybe, I think there may be something coming off at the back here. Looks like it to me, because these guys are... a very delicate part of the operation, of course, needing to be extremely observant in terms of lining everything up as to not damage the aircraft itself. Of course, it is reinforced around the cargo door area, a significant amount of reinforcement.
all in a day's work for these boys, of course, and girls, but always done in a highly efficient manner. No corners cut. Everything absolutely precise down to the millimetre and down to the ounce in terms of weight. Now that's something you don't see, which is actually outlined quite heavily here with this freighter. You can see the reinforcing the back segment of the wing there. Something you don't see on the passenger variant of the 747. Oh, this was the freight that's coming on here, of course. Here we go. So, yes, indeed. More freight to be loaded. Now this is where they need to line it up perfectly so that it'll just literally slide straight on to the deck of the scissor jack. Make slight adjustments now, line it all up. And you can see all these are currently moving. That will drop. Not a moving, sliding down slat like you're used to seeing, but more a hinged down strap type of. Gonna go in now and have a second go at this. get up and see the flight crew if you can. Before they depart. Looks like 3 of them. Of course, I won't need a flight engineer per se, but of course the paperwork has to be signed off and agreed with the with all the pilots. You'll have a pilot, one of the pilots will come out and do a visual inspection of the aircraft before everything gets moved along, and they make their way to Atlanta. One of the regular routes, of course, out of Stansted, Atlanta. There we go. Okay, scissor lift in operation. As you can see, with all those multiple rollers that are on the equipment there, you can see how it's easy for them to make very slight micro adjustments left and right, forward, back, just to make sure that it lands exactly where they need it to land. And then, of course, the aircraft's systems take over. He's done with that, and now they will shift that into position using the onboard electrics, the electrical manoeuvring systems on board the aircraft. More freight.
Okay, looks like this is the yeah, we've still got more to come on. Quite a lot to go in. Coming around now to do his visual inspection. You guys are all waiting for this thing to go out, waiting for those engines to fire up.
piece coming up now. Everything going to plan?
Yeah, all good. That's the last two on board. So once we're done that, we're going to shut the door. I've just got to nip back to the office, redo the load sheet because he wanted a little bit more fuel. But other than that, it's all good. If you want to go into the tug for the pushback, I think the guys have said that you're quite welcome to.
That's very kind. Yeah, I think we'll probably stay on the stay out here. Yeah, on the apron. That's all right. Thanks, mate. All right, mate. Cheers. Okay, folks. Not long now. What's that, GP? Didn't catch that. Oh, right. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Sorry. Yes. Yes, of course. Got to go back to the office though. It's a shame. We'll shut the door quite soon, folks. So. Sometimes, guys, in the windy shows that we do, really observant ones of you see this piece in front of me here. That's the flaperon, which is used to basically steer the aircraft. Just an adjusting flap. Basically left to right, and then of course you've got the ailerons on the outboard part of the aircraft. That's the huge one that you see outboard there. That's the aileron, controls the left and right, or the pitch. Looks like these guys are almost done. Looks like our you've still got a you've still got a shot on camera 2, GP. I don't want you to put it on, but I just want to see if you
Crew's just doing their pre-flight checks. The main flight computer, information going in there, being inputted. Things like thrust settings and distance they're going to use on takeoff, runway direction, winds. Okay, Jellicoe camera 1. Okay, go camera 1. Final visual inspection by what appears to be a ground operations member. Looks like we are literally ready to rock and roll. So our Swissport boys. Okay, here we go. This is the bit I like. Some serious power going in there, folks. So all our crews now making their way to their respective positions, removing cones and getting ready to get the chocks out and get this bird in the sky. Just while I get the opportunity, of course, just to say thank you so much to everybody from CargoLogic, all the ground crews here as well, to Trev and Dom, Dave, of course, for giving me the heads up initially, letting me know that this was on as a project. Really appreciate it. And I hope that everybody has enjoyed it. Of course, don't forget, this Saturday, folks, we will be in Düsseldorf exclusively with our elite members. If you want to come along to that, you are more than welcome. Just need to head to the URL that's on the bottom left-hand side of your screen now. So this is our the chap who's going to be talking to the pilots. We're all kind of like fully aware of this procedure at the moment. Okay, interesting. And I have to say, very, very fortunate with the weather. I cannot stress enough how fortunate we've been, especially when this afternoon we were looking at the weather and it was showing lightning and thunder and all kinds of crazy weather activity going on at Stansted, and we've had all dry conditions, so very fortunate. Doors still open. Also, just had to give a little bit of respect to the pilots earlier on, folks. Didn't want to butt in on their pre-flight checks and settings and so on and so forth. So that's why I didn't mention anything. But I hope you all got a good eye view of the inside of that 747-400 cockpit. And you want to stay tuned. I tell you, you want to stay tuned if you want to hear this thing start up. And I will follow it as far as I can. We'll certainly get her powering up and going out. Even though it's in the dark, we'll get to see her get to see her lights. Not sure how good the camera will stand up to it, but we'll do our very best for you, our viewers. And of course, this is quite rare. What we're planning to do, guys, is the next CargoLogic show we're going to be doing with our elite members, of course, and the Antonov AM-124, the Ilyushin IL-76 with Volga Dnieper. Looking forward to meeting with Volga Dnieper tomorrow up at their head offices near London Heathrow to discuss projects with them. That will be Leipzig also. We're looking to do something special with the guys at Volga Dnieper at Leipzig. So lots of stuff coming up on Big Jet TV. As you know, constantly working my butt off to bring you as much content as I possibly can. Not quite on the level of Netflix, but I know how they feel when they need to bring you fresh content continually. Of course, if you're not
if you're not regular with Big Jet TV, maybe put a bit more fibre in your diet. No, only kidding. Yeah, we are regularly at London Heathrow. Got a couple of really great positions at London Heathrow. Big shout out to all the guys at the Renaissance, and of course our good friend Matt at the Hilton Garden Inn, as well as John. I know we won't be listening, but John, who's with Speedbird, and gives us the full reign of the paddock position, where we get a great look down runway 27 left, 09 right as you look at it, the southern runway at London Heathrow. And of course Manchester as well, a big shout out to all the Manchester crew. Got a great position there on the south bank, probably one of the best spool up positions in aviation, in terms of aviation generally, watching jets up close, other than what we're doing for you here today. Of course, just a little look there. It's Emirates 777 pushing back. Relatively new service at London Stansted. But yes, Manchester, of course, we've got the pub as well. Terry at the pub. If you're watching, mate, hello to you. Do some great shows there at the pub, at the airport pub at Manchester. Hear that idling noise there as number 2 starting up now. Couple of big GE 115Bs, I believe. G90 115Bs. General Electric power right there for you folks. Might be wrong actually, maybe Trent 1000s. I think they're GEs. Oh, listen to that. Of course, a big shout out to all the Leeds Bradford crew as well who are watching, no doubt, tonight. And the Lanzarote guys as well. All you guys out there in Lanzarote land who frequent Big Jet TV more often now. Great to see you guys on board. And of course, all the aviation fans around the world who are watching. This is the kind of stuff I love to bring you. Get to the heart of aviation as close as I can probably get anyone to aviation, live of course. Still waiting for final yeah, check out our Facebook page as well as obviously our YouTube library, or become a channel member right here on Big Jet TV. Just $4.99 a month, folks, and that's $4.99 wherever you are in the world as well. It doesn't change with your country in terms of your currency. It will be $4.99. So if it's America, $4.99. For Canadian dollars, R4.99 in South Africa, $4.99 Aussie dollars, and so on and so forth. €4.99 euros as well. There we go. Dip in and dip out whenever you like. You're not. There's no contracts, nothing like that. And of course, all the money that we get in goes straight into Big Jet TV, running of the business. And of course, the travel budget, which is getting more and more. I think we're doing more Euro shows now than we've ever done, and we're going to continue to do so. Like I say, back to Dusseldorf this coming Saturday. We were at Schiphol last week, and we are going to be doing more and more. And of course, we're working on that big show out there in America. It'll be a tour as well. It'll have to be a tour out there in America, as opposed to nipping out there for the weekend or for the day like we do with the Euro tours. But more stuff to come as well. Of course, been invited out there to Frankfurt to do a piece on 2 shows actually. So we've got 2 stops coming at Frankfurt, one for the freight hubs, and that'll be a massive show, kind of what you've seen tonight but on a massive scale. CargoLogic very keen to get involved in that, because CargoLogic have a number of flights in and out of Frankfurt, one of their biggest hubs actually out there in Frankfurt, doing huge pieces like engines, transformers, robots in this guy, no, transformers, generators, pipelines. They serve the oil and gas industry as well. So as you can imagine, huge manufacturing equipment going out there to the Gulf and places like that, serving the US and all over the world, these guys at CargoLogic. So we are hoping to do some stuff out there with Frankfurt, and also Frankfurt have a fantastic plane spotting community out there. Hello to Frankfurt Phil, if you're watching, Philip Senft, our regular out there, and of course the German crew as well, TJ and Daniel Vogt as well, all you guys out there watching in Germany, good evening to you. Let's just see what this is going to look like in terms of what shot I'm going to get. Let's see if we've got a shot. Hold on a second. I've got a lot of exhaust coming off that. Oh no, we're going to get a good shot, man. We'll get a good shot. Well, not quite sure what we're waiting for here at the moment, folks, but I hope you're having a great evening wherever you are. I don't even know what the time is. What's the time, Jenny? 9:17, 9:17. Okay, so 21:17. That means that puts us in at. We were expecting around about a 10 p.m. departure here, so maybe a little bit of time left yet before she goes out. Not quite sure what we are waiting for at the moment. They have removed the. Oh no! I thought that was our APU starting up. Let's just have a little wander out the back here. I think you might have the APU or the ice packs actually started on board the aircraft. It certainly sounds like it, or that is our aircraft, I think. Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah, so as I was saying, in terms of the locations that we have at Big Jet TV, we want to give a big shout out to the guys at Gatwick as well, London Gatwick. Put that in your browser, check it out, folks. Very busy single runway airport here in Great Britain, in the south of the UK. We've got a couple of positions there, and we obviously thank them very much for all of their cooperation at London Gatwick. We'll be back there soon, and of course we will be back at Manchester soon. Dublin as well, we've been out to Dublin. That was a fantastic show, and we'll certainly be back there as soon as we can. Munich. Now, I have had communications with my good friend Horst Janke at Munich, who has told me that the fire department at Munich are very interested in doing a show with us. So I know you guys, I've been promising all our viewers for quite some time now a show with a fire department. As you know, I'm pretty interested in the whole structure of airports, how they operate and so on and so forth. And that's a show I've been dying to do for quite some time. And fortunately enough, we are going to be doing a show with the guys out at Munich. Again, that is something that will be exclusive to elite members. If you remember, we went out to Munich, did a great piece with our good friend Heinz Schmidt, who's a great guy. If you missed that, go check out the piece that I cut together with our good friend Heinz. Heinz 57 variety. What's that, GP? Stand by. What's that? Oh, yeah. When's that coming up, Jilly? This Friday? Or did you say every Friday? Okay, live airshow TV, folks. I'm just hearing now that live airshow TV. I know we've been planning this and working with the guys here for some time on that. But live airshow TV, we will be broadcasting, co-broadcasting with those guys this coming Friday. Got a time on that, GP? Okay, we will look. Yeah, coverage starts this Friday, folks, at around about 11 a.m. Eastern. Is that Eastern Pacific? Okay, okay. Early morning. Okay, so if you're around early morning. Oh, okay. So if you're around about between 6 and 8 a.m. this Friday, folks, you might want to tune into Big Jet TV. We will be co-broadcasting live airshow TV. So the airshow season starting out there in the US, and might be something good to watch. We certainly had a great time with them last year. Okay, doors being closed. Last to leave the ship, load masters themselves, making sure that everything's okay. Chili, stand by. So you can see the bow, the downward bow of the wing there, folks, full of fuel. She's tapped out, literally, with fuel. And looks like we're ready for pushback. All our guys are heading to position. They'll be pulling out the chocks shortly. Great bunch of guys. Swissport do such a good job. Final visual inspection going on with looks like Trevor doing the final visual. There's another UPS 767. Smoky Joe makes its way. Okay, looks like we are So Tom just doing some final visual images of the door closures, latches, and so on and so forth. Right. It's nearly go time. So what we're waiting for now is the flight crew will contact the ground operator. I think he's going to move his motor out of the way. Okay, certainly feel the old, still feel it's winter. Even though it's British summertime here in the UK now, certainly feel the cold. So here we go, looks like we are So what will happen is nothing yet. Wait until the driver's actually in the cab. Do you want to go? Do you want to go with? I'm going to have a little word with Dom Gilly. And you ready? Are you ready? I'll give you a bit of time this time. You ready? Oh no, stand by. No, we have GPU ground power unit is being removed. That's been instructed by the pilots. Okay, Gilly, ready? Okay, go. So Dom, another dispatch.
Yeah.
You happy with it? Everything went to plan?
Yeah, very happy. Yeah, it was very good turnout. The guys did a good job. There was no real issues or anything, so yeah, it was all good in the end. Even we had a few really heavy pallets on their PMCs. They just rolled on sweet, so yeah, it was all good. Yeah, no worries.
A little bit of extra fuel went on board?
Yeah, the captain asked for 109 tonnes at the beginning, so I'd done the load sheet for that. But then when he had a chin wag with his first officer, they decided to up it up by another tonne. So I just nipped back to the office and redid the load sheet. So there was no hassle. It was yeah, all good in the end. So no worries, eh?
Good stuff. Well, thanks, mate.
No
really
worries.
Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Let's watch this one go out.
Okay, cheers, mate.
Did you get it, GP? So we will get the Okay, we are live. Beacons on. Stand by. So folks, if this is the first time you've seen a pushback of a 747 live, on your device or on your TV or whatever you're watching it on. Literally soak this up because you're going to enjoy it. General Electric CF6 power. So when the beacons are on, we know we're live. Aircraft is live and ready to go. Just waiting for the final go ahead from the pilot, who is now in contact with the operator here. He will then give a signal to the tug driver to start pushing back, and there it is. We're clear pushback. He'll walk with the aircraft and possibly get a start up at number 1. Pulling the aircraft forward just a tad so that they can, sometimes the aircraft, because it's actually on the downward ramp here, so it can sit back on its chocks, so they have to pull the aircraft forward so they can get the chocks out, and they've done that now successfully. Everybody's cleared and we're ready to roll.
So I'm going to have to walk back. Probably won't get much of a shot of her going out, but we'll be doing a lot more with them, folks. We'll get obviously a lot of daytime stuff, and of course later on in the summer this will be still just coming into darkness. Want to say a big shout out, of course, to no, I think we're going to lose it, GP. I think we're going to lose it with the oh, I don't know, hold on a minute. Still got her. Now, she'll turn left unless she's going to go full runway. I would be surprised if she goes left now, just purely because she's full. I'd imagine she'll go full runway. Yeah, she's going to go full runway. So, that will give me time. Possibly give me time to nip over here quickly and start breaking stuff down, and then I'll break it down. Holy moly! Oh no, she's turning in now. She's turning on now. Okay. Let's see if we can get her. See if we can get her. It's going to be tricky. You've got a few obstacles in the way. Come on, girl. No, I think that's it, GP. Yeah, we lost it. Well, I have to say how stoked I am with how well everything has behaved itself. Yeah. Wow, we left arm is dead, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate your company tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. CargoLogic doing what they do best, dispatching. There she goes.
way out to Atlanta. So there you go, folks. Just want to say a very quick thank you, because I know that Trev is desperate to go. We all are desperate to go. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, a big major thank you to Dom and to Trevor, of course, and to David and all the guys at CargoLogic. And we'll be doing a lot more with these guys. So thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your evening or the rest of your day, wherever you are in the world. Thanks a lot. You've been watching Big Jet TV. I'm Jerry Dyer, and thanks a lot. See you later. Bye-bye. Wow, we were lucky bunnies with the weather. Really lucky bunnies with the weather.
Check your audio, GP. Ocean Blue. Ocean Drive. Good tune, that. On Ocean Drive. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Hope you all enjoyed that, and of course at this moment in time I would normally be saying a big shout out to all our friends at CargoLogic, but of course they are no more, folks. Nothing to do, from what we gather, nothing to do with the coronavirus outbreak. They actually went bust literally a week or so before all the stuff hit the fan, forgive the pun. But of course, one of their arms, which is Volga Dnieper, still very much operational with their AN-124s, IL-76, but I do hear from time to time, and I have seen a few pieces on LinkedIn from CargoLogic Germany. So whether or not that's a bit like the whole Condor Thomas Cook thing, where Condor, the German arm of Thomas Cook, managed to survive with the input from the German government financially, managed to keep that whole thing going. And good to see, of course, that it was. So and of course, the only thing that they've changed now on those old Condor aircraft are they've returned to the old school Condor livery, which is pretty retro anyway, pretty cool. And of course, CargoLogic Germany, we'll have to find out about them. They are operating, I believe, 737 freighters, which we've seen on other freighter shows that we've done. One in particular, the East Midlands show, which we're going to put out over the coming days, weeks, along with all our other stuff. Up next, folks, we do have a show from Gatwick. I think this is the first Gatwick show that we've shown on Big Jet TV at home. So this is a good one coming up. We do have some aircraft coming out of London Heathrow any moment now. We've got Emirates 777 cargo freighter. No, yes, we have. Yes, we do have. We have Qatar freighter coming out, or a Qatar Pax aircraft. I'm not sure. Along with a couple of others. So we'll keep an eye out for those. Oh, hello. Hold on a second. Chocases, peanuts, ocelots, noses, getting while they're up. Hello. So we will obviously. What's the current situation, Gilly, with the Saudi and all? Okay, Saudi Arabian Airlines 777 freighter lining up. Of course, they are on 27 ops at the moment, folks. So that means they're heading out this way as opposed to coming out this way as they have done on 09s. And it's just our luck that one of the neighbours down there has decided to trim his tree quite dramatically, it has to be said, but giving us fantastic uninterrupted views, apart from the bush, of course, which is just there, of the 09 aircraft going out. But anyway, we've got some pretty good shots here, and when the 380s go out of here, it is pretty good to see. And just as they climb up into that sort of like that layer of cloud, you might then see the wisp of wing fluff over the condensation appearing over the wing. But anyway, we'll see what happens. I thought that was sorry. I thought the pigeon wanted to get a little bit of a word in there. Okay, Saudi is rolling. They always stop halfway through. They go, whoa, 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 whoa. And the rest. And of course, you've got the Robin singing his little heart out, or her little heart out. Interestingly enough, saw a crow over the other side of the road this morning, gathering a load of debris in his mouth, obviously or her mouth, to line his or her nest. I'd imagine that it's probably the female of the. There you go, right on cue. He did it right on cue. Why don't they ever finish the sentence? Anyway, I'm just filling, folks, just to wait until this Saudi 777. You'll hear it as well. And the squeaky noise, that's parakeet. That's a parakeet. Okay, any moment now. So they take a big bank out and head out over this way. So you hear her as she climbs out. Well, she actually. Oh, she's coming out now. Okay, stand by. Flipping pigeon. Okay, she comes now, you can hear her. So you're uploading it, Billy? You're uploading it, the gallery. Until this is done. Okay, so we'll need what, a 20-minute break, or 6:15, something like that. But we better hurry up because we've got other ones coming out, haven't we? Here she comes now. Here she comes now. Okay. Here she comes. Special livery. time left. People are saying, forget about the pigeon, where's Charlie? See if we can get him there. He's got the bed, hasn't he? Oi! Bet you apart from the cigarello will come out. Cigarello? Right. He's nice and warm on the floor because the floor's heated, isn't he? So isn't he? The floor's heated, isn't he? It's good, isn't it? So whilst we're talking about it, people continuing to order merchandise, folks, just be aware that obviously under the current circumstances, all orders outside of the UK, well, outside of Europe, should I say, because the orders are procured by a third party, folks. They're by the actual people that print your T-shirts and your shirts, your caps, everything that you get, your mugs, everything is all procured, prepared, printed and procured by a third-party company, the people that actually make it. We don't hold it in stock. Gilly hasn't got a massive warehouse behind her that she goes and picks up a mug from and puts it in the post. It's not like that. It gets procured by a company. They have certain limitations as well. Be aware, of course, that currently this company is reliant upon third-party suppliers as well, supplying them with the materials, with the T-shirts and so on and so forth. So all these companies, all the way down the line, are going to be affected in some way. So please be understanding and aware and respectful to the fact that our hands are completely tied when it comes to physically delivering your order. There are times and there are stages of your order, and they will be quite clearly stated when you order your product. So please, we're asking, be patient. Some people get their T-shirt or whatever in a matter of days. Other people, it takes a little bit longer. It just literally does depend on the specific time that you order it and what is happening at that specific time, the availability of raw materials and so on and so forth. So please be patient. Be respectful. Gilly does not have a warehouse behind her, and she can only do as much as she can do in terms of informing you as to what stage your order is at, because she cannot magically contact anybody other than rely on the information that she gets from the supplier, and as soon as she gets any form of a tracking number or anything like that, then of course she's able to bring that to you. So our sincere apologies to those people waiting for their orders, but please understand that these things there's a lot of different levels of which we have to rely on. Anyway, there you go. How about that? So what else is new? What else is new? We got a lot. There we go. Someone got their mug and T-shirt today. Fantastic. Lots of people ordering mugs. It's a funny one, isn't it? I guess that's because there's a lot of people sitting at home with tea and stuff like that. But thank you anyway, folks. Really appreciate it. Also, something new that's literally come up today, which has been implemented by Google stroke YouTube, because obviously they're both the same group, is a new format of donating money to the World Health Organization. I'm just trying to get my head around this one at the moment, folks, because it is that new. As people are aware, the money that we've raised in the past. Is this some kind of, no, it's the train, isn't it? The money that we've raised in the past through Super Chat has been subject to Google's 30% rate for their own administrative purposes, which is purely understandable. We don't have a problem with that at all. However, we did ask them whether or not they could waiver their fee. for the last one that we did. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible because it was a Google thing. YouTube weren't able to step in and do something about it. But what they have done is now they have implemented a new donate button, which we'll update you on over the next couple of days. But basically, the bottom line is, and this is really good by Google, folks. Every £1 that's donated, up to £5 million, every £1 that's donated, Google will double it. So if you give £1, Google will give £2, and all this money goes to the World Health Organization, and then obviously gets distributed throughout the globe for the coronavirus, and that's specifically for it. So whatever, whether it's for testing, whether it's for research, whether it's for physical items, whatever it might be, at least you know your money's getting put to good work, especially with a big company like Google, so you know that it's legitimate, so to speak, because I'm always... Okay, Qatar banking, stand by. Okay, just want to put the mic so that we can get a good... slightly wider back, a bit like the wide-mouthed frog. Here we go. Hello, I'm the wide-mouthed frog, and I like eating flies and insects and everything. Hello, I'm the lion, and I like eating wide-mouthed frogs. Yeah, phone covers. Phone covers are great. Just value for money. I've had mine on for the best part of nearly a year now, I think. Dropped it a few times. Here it goes now. Look. Perfectly not. Oh, I've broken it. No, I'm joking. No! Come on, girl. Is this one taking a wide traction? Because I do hear... She's gone, mate. She's gone. Yeah, she's gone. I've got another couple of minutes to fill, have I? What have we got? See if we can go and get charged. Come on, come on. A few people have asked in the past about because there's a lot of people who make models on Big Jet TV. A lot of model makers. Now this is a model that I built quite some time ago, and it is a Lancaster bomber, obviously. Well, actually, saying that, obviously, not a lot of people will immediately pick that up. But more importantly is, let me just put her side on so I can just. So this was built. I built this after a good friend of mine, who I spoke about the other day. Actually, let me just. If I put it up here, it's going to be a little bit better, isn't it? Because then. Wait a minute. Hold it right there, Shimshin. Okay, there we go. Slightly better shot. Is it or not? Is it a slightly better shot? Now, she's called Beryl, and I actually painted that on the front there. She's called Beryl because of the fella, the ground team, because every aircraft in the squadron, a squadron, normally had a chief mechanic who looked after the aircraft with his lackeys, basically. Something coming out? So I paint all those individual bomb tallies on the seat. See the bomb tally and the ones with the white on top there, the ice creams from Italy. So stickers, but I painted the. But you can see the flight engineers panel in there. Look. See the flight engineers panel in there. Okay, got her. Front turret. O for oboe, she was called. 460 squadron, and of course my good friend Dave was the rear gunner, and that is the little bit of a cobweb. Trish won't like to see that, will she? That's the ALG on the back there, folks. That's the automatic AGL, sorry, the automatic gun laying turret. In other words, that was an early system that detected aircraft following the aircraft. So, quite interesting, really. But you can see you can get. I can hear her. Here she comes. Oh yeah, here we go for the ground. Oh, she's coming out fast and all. Yeah, baby. Come on, girl. Yeah, there she is. So this is a 200 freighter, isn't it? There she is. Oi, 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 oi. Oh man, come on, camera. Don't let me down now, son. Yeah, got it for about 3 seconds, man. Gutted. Yeah, 3 seconds of play is worth a hole in the bush. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, but okay, a plane in the bush is worth 2 in the hand. Is there someone else coming out behind it? Okay, right folks, there you go. Right, we're going to leave you for a short while. We're going to be bringing you back with Gatwick Airport. This is a good one, folks. And this will take you up till sleeping uneyes time, at least for you guys here in the UK. See you back here in around about 20 minutes. Keep an eye on your systems, on your phones or whatever for your notifications. See you back here in a bit. Oh! Right, see you in a bit. Cheers, bye.